Good morning, students. In the last video, we were discussing about work function of different metals. Here, just you can remember once again what do you mean by work function. It is the minimum amount of energy required by the electron to eject from the surface of the metal. That minimum amount of energy required by the metal to emit the electron. That minimum amount of the energy is called as work function of a metal. And this work function of the metal is different for different metals. You already discussed some of the examples. The work function for cesium. The work function for cesium metal is lowest. That is 2.14 electron volt. And in order to emit the electron from the surface of the cesium metal, we need to supply a low amount of energy. Or else one more example is there, that is a platinum. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the platinum metal, we need to supply more amount of energy as compared with the amount of energy supplied to the cesium metal. In order to emit the electron from platinum metal, that is we need to supply the amount of energy in terms of electron volt, that is 5.65 electron volt. Among all the metals, the work function for platinum metal is highest and that of the cesium metal is very lowest, because depending upon the properties, the chemical properties of the metal, the work function is not same for all the metals. Here some more examples are there. First one, cesium metal. The work function for cesium metal is, that is the cesium metal can be indicated as Cs. In terms of electron volt, the work function of cesium metal is 2.14 electron volt, and this is among all the metals, the work function of the cesium metal is very lowest. It means that in order to emit the electron from the cesium metal, the low amount of the energy is required. And the second one is potassium. It is indicated as capital K. The work function for potassium is, that is 2.30 electron volt. And next third one is sodium. That is indicated as Na. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the sodium metal, the work function, the electron has to receive the some amount of energy in terms of electron volt, that is 2.75 electron volt. And fourth one is calcium. That is indicated as Ca. The work function for calcium metal means in order to emit the electron from the calcium, then the amount of the energy we need to supply in terms of electron volt, that is 3.20 electron volt. You know very well, 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Means here 2.14 into this value, here 2.30 into this value, and 2.75 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And here cesium, potassium, sodium, calcium, and next one is molybdenum. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the molybdenum metal, we need to supply the minimum amount of energy in terms of electron volt, that is 4.17 electron volt. And next one is, after molybdenum, next one is aluminum or lead. That is, next one is a lead. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the lead metal, this is indicated as Pb, we need to supply the minimum amount of energy required in order to emit the electron from the surface of the lead, that is the required energy in terms of electron volt, that is 4.25 electron volt. And next one is aluminium. And next one is aluminum. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the aluminum metal, the required amount of energy we need to supply, or in order to emit the electron from the metal, that metal is aluminum, the electron has to receive. In order to do the work, what is the intention to do the work here? That electron has to come out from the surface of the aluminum and it has to receive some amount of energy in terms of electron volt, that is 4.28 electron volt. And after aluminium, next that is mercury. Next mercury, that is indicated as Hg. This is indicated as Al here. This is Hg. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, the electron has to receive the minimum energy. That energy is 4.49 electron volt. 4.49 electron volt. And next metal is, after mercury, next metal is copper. That is copper. That is indicated as Cu. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the copper metal, we need to supply the minimum amount of energy. That energy in terms of electron volt, that is 4.65 electron volt. And next one is, after copper, one more metal is there, that is silver. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the silver metal, we need to supply the amount of energy, that is 4.75 electron volt. 4.75 electron volt. And next one is, that is silver. Next one is the nickel, that is indicated as Nr. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the nickel, we need to supply the amount of energy in terms of electron volt, that is 5.15 electron volt. And the last one is platinum. And last one is platinum, that is indicated as Pt here. And in order to emit the electron from the surface of the platinum metal, we need to supply the amount of energy, that is in terms of electron volt, that is 5.65 electron volt. Here number of metals are there, just you can observe carefully. First one is the cesium. You can take the cesium metal. Whenever we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the cesium metal, 2.14 electron volt, this much energy is sufficient. And if the supplied energy is lesser than 2.14 electron volt and there is no ejection of the electron from the surface of the cesium metal, in order to emit the electron from the surface of the cesium, the minimum amount of energy you need to supply, that is 2.14 electron volt. And next one is, after cesium, there is one more metal is there, that is the potassium, indicated as K here. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the potassium, the minimum amount of energy is required by the potassium metal is, that is 2.30 electron volt. If you supply the energy lesser than 2.30 electron volt and there is no ejection of the electron from the surface of the metal. Similarly, in order to emit from the sodium metal, minimum amount of the energy has to be received by the electron which is in the sodium metal, that is 2.75. Like that, calcium, molybdenum, lead is there, aluminum is there, mercury, copper, silver, nickel and platinum. And you need not to be remember all those this table here. You just remember which is lowest or which metal having the lowest work function in order to emit the electron, or which metal having the highest value of work function in order to emit the electron. Just you can remember The first one is the lowest which metal having the lowest work function, that is cesium, and which metal having the highest work function, that is platinum. The first and last we can remember, these are very important. And next one is types of electron emission. How to emit the electron from the surface of the metal? There are some methods are there. There are three methods are there. By using those methods, we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. And next one is types of emission of electrons. Get it? That is, just you can copy it and remember the first one and last one. The metal which is having the lowest work function, that is cesium, and the metal which is having highest work function, that is platinum. Just you can remember these two. Here, next concept is types of electron emission. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, there are some methods are there. The first method is, that is thermal emission. There are some methods are there. The first one is thermal emission, and this is also called as thermionic emission. That is thermionic emission. The thermal means, that is by applying heat energy. Get it? We don't know. We are just studying the emission of the electron from the surface of the metal, but how to emit the surface of the metal? In order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, we need to supply some external energy to the metal. That external energy, that may be a thermal energy. Here, the thermal means, that is heat energy. Thermal means, that is heat energy, and also calling it as thermionic emission. Means the thermal emission means by using the heat energy, we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. That process of the emission of the electron from the surface of the metal by using thermal energy or heat energy, we are going to call it as, that is thermal emission. For example, just you can imagine this is a metal. This is a metal, and which is having the infinity number of atoms. Infinity number of atoms. Just for convenience, I am taking here 3 atoms. In order to emit the electron from surface of this metal or these atoms of these element, we need to supply some amount of external energy. Here, as this one, the title itself indicating that thermal emission. Thermal means heat energy. By using heat energy, there is a possibility to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. Just you can take any one metal, whether it is a cesium or platinum or sodium, mercury, whatever it is. Generally, I have considered one example. This one is a metal. Our intention is to emit the electron from this surface of the metal here. By using which method? That is thermal method. Means by using heat energy, we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. Means in order to emit the electron from this metal, I am supplying some external energy. That external energy in the form of, that is heat energy. Heat energy means you have to heat this metal. Whenever we are supplying the heat energy to this metal, there is a changes inside the electron. What is that? The kinetic energy of, you know very well, what is the relation between the kinetic energy of the particle as well as the temperature. That is directly proportional to each other. If you supply more temperature, then the kinetic energy of electron is boson increases. However, you are supplying heat energy to the metal, then the temperature of this metal is boson increases. However, the temperature of this metal is boson increases, the kinetic energy of this outermost electron is boson increases. It means that the outermost electron, its vibration is boson increases. For example, if you continuously supply more and more heat energy, there is the continuously increase in the kinetic energy of this outermost electron. Then finally, however, the heat energy is boson increases, the temperature of the metal is boson increases. However, temperature is boson increases, the kinetic energy of this outermost electron is also boson increases. and finally and this electron is ejecting from the surface of the metal. Means in order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, which external energy you use here, that is heat energy. The heat energy is nothing but that is thermal energy. The process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal by using this thermal energy is called as thermal emission. That is the definition. It is the process of emission of electron. It is the process of emission of electron from the surface of metal, from the surface of the metal by using sufficient heat energy, by using sufficient thermal energy or sufficient heat energy or thermal energy. Heat energy. This process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal is called as thermal emission. And this is the first method. And second one that is field emission. Second one that is field emission. Here by applying field is nothing but that is electrical field. Field is nothing but that is electrical field. By using electrical field, there is a possibility to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. That process of emission of the electron from the surface of the metal is called as field emission. How come that is? Just you can imagine this is a positive plate and this is a negative plate, and here the positive charges are accumulated and here these are the negative charges. As you know very well, the direction of the electrical field from positive to negative. That is from plus to minus. This is the direction of electrical field. Because the method of emission of electron by using electrical field is there. By using electrical field, there is a possibility to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. Let us consider it is a positive plate and this is a negative plate. And from the positive charges to negative charges, there is a direction of electrical field, as you know very well. Whenever you are taking one metal here, this is a metal, I am placing metal in between electrical field. Whenever this electrical field is incident on the metal, let us consider these are the electron, this is a metal. I place the metal that is inside the electrical field. As you know very well, always electron, the direction of the electron is opposite to electrical field. For example, this is the direction of electrical field means the electron is moving opposite to electrical field. Let us consider here, I place the metal. Whenever this electrical field is incident on the metal, there is a electrostatic force of attraction by the positive charge and there is an electrostatic repulsion from the negative charges. This negative charge repel the electron and this positive charge attract the electron. Because as you know very well, what is the charge of this elementary particle? That is an electron, that is a negative. The charge of this electron is negative. This negative charge repel the electron and this positive charge that is attract the electron. One side there is a attraction, another side there is a repulsion. That's why this electron experiences two forces. That is, this electron experiences that is electrostatic force of repulsion from this side, and this electron experiences the electrostatic force of attraction by this positive charge. Finally, however, the intensity of electrical field is increases. Finally, the kinetic energy of this electron is increases and it is coming out of the metal surface. This side there is a repulsion and this side there is a attraction. Finally, this electron is ejecting from the surface of the metal. This process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal is called as field emission. That is, in order to emit the electron by using field energy, that is electrical field, minimum we need to apply the electrical field intensity, that is equal to 10 to the power 8 volt per meter. If the electrical field intensity is less than 10 to the power 8 volt per meter, and there is no possibility to take the electron from the surface of the metal. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, minimum we need to supply the intensity of electrical field, that is 10 to the power 8 volt per meter. And what is the definition? This is also, it is the process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal by using strong electrical field that is of the order of 10 to the power 8 volt per meter. It is the process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal by using very strong electrical field. Instead of telling strong, just you can mention very strong electrical field, because it is in the form of 10 to the power 8 here. By using very strong electrical field, there is a possibility to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. If the intensity of the electrical field is less than 10 to the power 8, there is no emission of electron from the surface of the metal. And third one is, and last one, and also third one is, that is photoelectrical emission. And third type is, that is photoelectrical emission. Here the photo means this is light energy. By using light energy, this is photo means the word photo indicating light energy. By using the light energy, we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. That process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal is called as photoelectrical emission. Let us consider there is a metal. In order to emit the electron from surface of the metal, we need to use some external energy, that is in the form of light. But here one condition is there: this light must and should having some suitable frequency. For example, I am taking the example as UV radiation, means ultraviolet radiation, because as you know very well, the UV light having high frequency. Getting the high frequency in the sense the light energy is more. Because if we use a red light instead of UV light, its wavelength is highest and but frequency is lowest. Frequency lowest means the energy of a red light is very less. If you use the red light, then this red light is not providing sufficient energy to the electron of the metal. Then in that case the electron is not ejecting from the surface of the metal. That's why we are indicating the light energy which is having a suitable energy. Means the red light is not going to use because its frequency is very less. Compared to red light, I am going to use the light radiation. It has a UV light because it is having more energy, because its frequency is more. That's why I am using one of the light. That light is a UV light. Means photo means light energy. By using light energy, we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. This process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal is called as photoelectrical emission. For example, I am taking here one metal is there, and this external energy, it is in the form of radiation. What is that? UV radiation, because it is having a suitable frequency. Whenever the UV radiation is incident on the metal surface, then the radiation means it is having the photons, getting the photon having the some amount of energy. Whenever the UV light is incident on the metal surface, this photon, the light is nothing but it is having the particles called as photons. Those photons having the energy, and whenever this light is incident on the metal surface, the photon energy is getting transferred to the electrons. And however, the total or complete photon energy is getting transferred to the electron of the metal, then what is happening? By taking the energy from the photon, the kinetic energy of the electrons goes on increases. However, the kinetic energy of these electron goes on increases. This electron is finally coming out of the metal. Means the electron is ejecting from the surface of the metal. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, which energy you use here? That is light energy. Light means photo energy. Photo means light energy. That's why by using light energy, we are going to emit the electron from the surface of the metal. That process of emission of electron from the surface of the metal is called as photoelectrical emission. But the condition is there: whatever it is the light energy we are going to use in order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, that light must have the suitable energy.